Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome for our RTL online training sessions. In previous session, we talked about transfers, terminations. And when we talk about the transfers, we have different actions can be performed, right? Transfer means within the legal employer, whenever we try to move the employee from one business unit to another business unit or one department to another department, or one manager to another manager, one location to another location. So whenever we try to do it within the legal employer, then it's going to be transferred. But if you want to transfer across the legal employers, from one legal employer to another legal employer, it may be within the country or across the countries. For example, your client is having multiple legal employers in the same country. It means multiple companies in the same country, if you try to move the employee from one legal employer to another legal employer, then it's going to be a global transfer. Okay. So in this session, we are going to talk about how we can perform the global transfer. Whenever we try to perform the global transfer, we can check that here. The following operations will happen in the backend. So whenever we transfer globally, so that, for example, you are transferring an employee from UK subsidiary to US subsidiary, it means from UK legal employer to US legal employer, you are trying to transfer. So obviously, your employer will be changed. Employer will be changed. And then the source work relationship will be terminated. It means employee will be terminated in UK. And again, you are going to hire an employee. It's going to be a new work relationship and new assignment in US subsidiary. It means from the current legal employer, it's automatically terminated, and a new work relationship will be initiated in the new legal employer, and new assignment also created. And the existing assignment status by default in the existing means in the current legal employer, what will be the employee status? Employee is going to be inactive by default, inactive, payroll eligible. That will be default status. Of course, we can change inactive, no payroll also. What is the meaning of inactive, payroll, and eligible? Employee is inactive, but you can go for run the payroll. So even if we terminate an employee, still in future, maybe if we would like to make some payments, we must have the status called payroll eligible. Payroll eligible over here. You must have the status called payroll eligible over here. It is. Okay. So this is what we are going to see now practically, how we can go for transfer it. Let me go for create the entire structure practically, and we'll check that process. Okay. So now we are in FSM environment. I'm going a little bit faster to configure the two legal employers, as we know that already. So let's say legal entity. I'm creating two legal entities. Manage legal entity. Create new legal entity. I'm going to mention here Tata Motors. Let me create one more legal entity here. I'm going to say that it's Tata Finance. So we have two companies, means two legal employers and PSUs, and make sure that those two are associated with legislative data group. Tata Motors, choose this, associate with legislative data group. And another one is Tata Finance, that also I'm going to associate with the legislative data group. Tata Finance, legal entity HCM information. Associate with same. I'm going ahead with the same. You can have same LDC or different LDC, not a problem. So right now, same legislative data group. It means both companies are same country and associated with same legislative data group. Now that's done. I'm going to have two business units. One is in the Tata Finance, another one is in Tata Motors. Just trying to create here. I'm going to use default common reference data set so that whatever departments, job position, grades, locations we have in the common reference data set associated to our BU. Let me go for create another BU here, Tata Motors. Tata Motors business unit. Manage the business unit set assignment is not required because by default we have assigned reference data set called common. Let me go for assign this business units to the legal entities. Sometimes this task may not be available here. Then what you are supposed to do it, either you can go for global search or you can do it from implementation project. Assign business unit, business functions. Yeah, now you got an error here. You must enter a business unit ID. What is the reason is simple. This business function task is expecting input as a business unit. Means it is expecting the scope. But here we don't have the scope, right? I'm not getting that scope. So when you are not getting that scope, then what you have to do is, let me go to implementation project. Manage implementation project. Search for any implementation project, not an issue. And search for the task. Assign business unit business function. Make sure that you are supposed to get this task with the scope. Then you will be able to choose your business unit and associate with the legal entity. Okay, so Tata Finance and Tata Motors, these are two business units. But still we cannot assign to our legal entity because your legal entity is not assigned with the ledger. Your company has been assigned to the LDZ, but not associated with the ledger. That's the problem. Okay. So what we'll do is we missed another one, that is assign legal entity to the ledger. Assign legal entity. Task is not there. Yes, we have. Okay. Just take it. I'm just trying to open our enterprise structure so that things comes will be to cover picture. If we look at our enterprise structure, as soon as your company is ready, you should associate with the LDZ and also you should associate with the ledger. We missed this task. That's what I'm doing now. Assign legal entities. Excuse me. You can choose any ledger, not an issue. I'm going ahead with Tata Ledger. And I'm going to assign both the companies for the same ledger. So in our enterprise structure hierarchy, ledger is the top one. Within the ledger, we will find legal entities, either one or multiple. Now we'll go for assign business unit, business functions, assign our business unit to the Tata Finance BU. Okay, assign to our legal entity. You can directly go to ledger. Otherwise, what happened if you try to go to legal entity? See, you'll get this error message. So we have to go to primary ledger, first field. Here you can search with legal entity, not a problem. Tata Finance, right? Yeah. Save and close. Next, Tata Motors BU. So we have registered two companies and two branches. In every company, one branch, and we assigned a common reference data set. Obviously, the built-in departments, RDS, and these things will comes into the picture. Now go to Tata Motors here. This is our, no, this is. So two companies are ready. What I'm trying to do is, actual our task is hire an employee and perform the global transfer and check the status in the current company and check the status in the new company and also check the default existing status for the employee. That's what we are trying to understand here. It is. So we'll hire an employee for Tata Finance and we'll transfer an employee to Tata Motors. That's what. Make sure that you have the access for a role called human resource specialist so that you can go for hire employee. So going for Tata Finance. So I'm just taking an employee here and John Kallinan. So choose the business unit, Tata Finance BU. I'm going to choose this as human resource specialist working, and location New York. And I'm going to assign this employee to manager. It's line manager here. So currently he's working for Tata Finance. That's the legal employer. Tata Finance is working from which year? 1st January 2020. Now we are getting this error message, a record with the value person DU already exists. Enter unique value. So the problem is the system is trying to generate the person number for this employee, but that number is already exist. Whenever we say that person numbers are automatically generating, then the initial number will be configured. So system try to generate the next number, but those numbers are already exist. That's the reason we are getting this error message. So when you say we are getting this error message, I have already prepared one video how to resolve this issue. You can just go for try. What is the error message we got here? Yes. That's right. Let's search with this error message in Google. Before you do it, mention Oracle Fusion HCM and search. You can find the video.
Before starting a business.
Okay, so I've already done that, but anyway, it's very simple setup we are missing. Okay, so where do we mention that here? Let's go back. You have to go to the enterprise level. The person number, worker numbers will be configured at enterprise level. Manage enterprise HCM information. This is initial person number. We said person number generation method is automatic, but we have not mentioned initial person number. Obviously, system will try to start with person number as 1. So then it will show the error message. That's the reason. Let's set some maximum number, something 6 digits. So there won't be any system try to generate the numbers from here. So obviously, I don't think so we'll find 6 digits numbers in our application right now. So hiring process we have saved, right? So whenever we are hiring an employee, we got some issue and then we saved the transaction, right? Where do we find it here? Go to notifications, action required, take this. Resume this transaction. Click this option, resume this transaction. I will go for submit. See, the number was generating here, person number 7. Again, same number, it's trying to generate. So already number is generated. That's why we don't get error. Oh, again, we are getting same message. The simple reason is number is already generated. So it's trying to pick the same number. So definitely it will show the error message because with this person number already employee is there. We have already employee with this number. My client groups, person management, search with person number 7. Yes, already one employee is there. That's the problem. Okay. Now we will hire a new employee. There won't be any issue because we have done just now setup, right? We may specify at enterprise level, person number starting some 6 digits. So from there it will start. They're hiring for Tata Finance and do the global transfer to Tata Motors. Person number, when it will be generated, we specified upon final save. Person number generation method is automatic, but upon final save, it's going to be specified. We'll go for submit. You can go through this video in case if you wanted to go clearly. I have explained here. This, if you get error message, person you record already exists in this error. So same whatever we have done right now, I have explained here. So let's employee is there in Tata Finance, and who is the manager? I think manager we have not assigned. Then who has to do the global transfer? Only admin has to do this. Only administrator has to perform. Let me show you how administrator can perform. Go to person management. Search for employee. This is John Cullinan. Is an employee. Is working for a legal employer called Tata Finance, working for BU called Tata Finance Business Unit. Assignment status is active, payroll eligible from 1st January 2022. That's the current status, employee status. Now we are trying to move this employee from this company to Tata Motors. We are moving to Tata Motors. Nothing but global transfer. One legal employer to another legal employer means it's going to be global transfer. Edit, update. We can do it either today or future date. I'm going to make it available from June 1st, not today. From June 1st onwards is going to report in Tata Motors, global transfer. There is something called global temporary assignment. It means temporarily employee will be moved to Tata Motors for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, and is going to come back. So in that scenario, what will happen? In that scenario, what will happen to our employee statuses here? Let me cross check once. We have opened, yes, global temporary assignment. So some temporarily we have sent an employee from one legal entity to another legal entity. That time also employer will be different. It means employee will be terminated, not terminated in this scenario. Here it is going to be unchanged. That's the difference. Because employee is going to come back. If you terminate, then again you have to rehire in case if you want to get an employee. But here we send him for 3 months. So unchanged. Here work relationship will not be changed here, and again he is going to come back, just suspended for 3 months, and obviously he will be the new employee there and assignment, and he is going to come back here, and right now we are doing global transfer, it will be terminated. So the difference between, in the interviews they'll ask you, the difference between global transfer and global temporary assignment is very simple. If you do the global transfer, the source work relationship means current work relationship will be terminated, and obviously employee will be hired in another company, means another legal employee. But if you do global temporary assignment, see the name called temporary, 3 months, here the status will not be terminated. It's not going to be any changes, but 3 months or 6 months he will be an employee of another company, and again he is going to come back. You might have seen some people are moving to on-site. For 1 year, they are going to pay the salaries, not from here, not from offshore. From the on-site only, the salary will be paid. Once he come back here, again he will continue. So that's called temporary assignment. So transfer means it's done. Here terminated, here it is closed, and you're again there, a new hire, right? That's. So now we are performing global transfer. Choose this. The moment whenever we choose the global transfer, immediately the system is going to ask us, what is your destination legal employer? How about the primary assignment information? Do you want to copy from the current work relationship to destination or not? So I'm going to say that here it's required. I'm trying to move this employee from Tata Finance to Tata Motors. Yes, I would like to copy the information. Assignment information is nothing but job, position, grade, location, department manager. This all attribute comes as a assignment information. It's a set of information. Okay. I just want to copy because I don't want to again enter. And if needed, any reason, of course, can be specified. Now, if we look at here, select assignment status. By default, it is showing in Act 2 payroll eligible. That's what we were talking about in our previous slide. This default status, existing assignment status is going to be this, right? And I'm going to say that in Act 2 payroll eligible, generally that will be default. If you say that we are done everything, there won't be any payments from our company to this day, then say no payroll. And I'm going to say that payroll eligible. Now it's global transfer from June 1st, 23 for this company. It's fine, remaining all the tabs will find identification, person information, and all. We are getting some error message somewhere. What's the problem? Okay. Click next button. An error, an application error occurred. Log information. Okay. Go back. So the problem is current user is having some issue. This user, finance user. Let me just try to log in as another employee. we can find the details has been copied already here, national identification and other information. And we have selected Tata Motors Limited. This is not actually our legal employer. Our legal employer is different, right? This is India, showing India country. Ours is different, right? United States. Someone is having same. Let me do this global transfer. Tata Motors, yes. I just want to copy the information. We can find. So earlier, when we try to perform same action, I was not getting this social security details. System is asking enter manually, right? I'll show you after completion of this transaction why it was not happening with that login and how it is accepting this login. Previous login was fusion1.fusion1. That's the username I have used. And now I have used Curtis Fiati. So okay. Now Tata, go back and Tata Motors, right? So I'm changing this value. Tata Motors business unit. And if you want to go for change the assignment information can be changed here. It's fine. The remaining will do that. And we'll go for submit. Click search button. Now still it will be showing it as currently Tata Finance legal employer, and still it shows that active payroll eligible, and there is no update. So there is no effective end date. It is supposed to set 1st June, right? June 1st we mentioned start date in Tata Motors. Still it's getting updated. Maybe we need to cross check the notification. Let me just close it and come back. If we look at here, now it's been updated. 31st May 2023 will be the last date. Till that date, it will be active in Tata Finance. So what we can do is we'll just search with the same employee on June 1st. Search with the effective as on June 1st. Click search button. Now I can find here. He is an employee for Tata Motors, right? It's a global transfer by that time. And we could see that the information is here. This is assignment in number and active payroll eligible from June 1st. Active. but I don't find the terminated record, right? Even the record is terminated. Still, I just wanted to see that record also. Generally, we can delete the data from database permanently, but no company will do that. They'll try to make the things are always available over here. There is a button here, click advanced. And there is a checkbox here, include terminated work relationship. Click this because I just wanted to include the terminated employees information also in my search result. Then only it will give the result here, the records which are in terminated status also. By June 1st, I want to search. 2 records will find. Same employee, but 2 records. See, John Cullinan, same person number, but you can see the status over here, right? Status will be inactive. View columns. Oh, I need a status. So termination date also you can find here. Assignment status you can find here. So what is assignment status here? See, inactive. He will be inactive in Tata Finance by June 1st. So system is going to show that it's going to be terminated on 31st May, and June 1st onwards he is an employee for Tata Motors. That's how happened for global transfer. This is a transaction which we will perform it from the admin point of view. Now, why it was not working for the previous login and why it is working with the current login is, it's very simple. We'll just go to users tab, and previous login was Fusion1. Actually, he is not an employee. He is not an employee. This is just username. He is not an employee. It's an implementation user, not an employee. Only employees can perform the transfers and global transfers. It can be performed, employees. Okay. Then what happened? I have tried with the Curtis Fitty. He is an employee having the access to the human resource specialist role, right? Yeah. See how to find. This is the username, and you can find associated worker information. That's the reason we are able to perform this successfully here, right? That's how it will work. Okay. So this is global transfer we have done, and if it is transfer within the legal employer across the legal employer means it's going to be global transfers, and we have seen the statuses. Employer has been changed by that time, and current it has been terminated, and the new work relationship is created, new assignment also created, and the current status is inactive, payroll eligible. These all things has done. You can try this one also, global temporary assignment, and you don't find the status. And this also, it will be suspended, not inactive, suspended for 3 months, 6 months, and it's going to come back after some temporary duration. Okay. Thank you. So this is very common, global transfer. When we go for an interview, they'll ask you difference between the transfer and global transfers. And if we perform the global transfer, what are the things will happen? Current work relationship and new work relationship. What is the default assignment status? That's what they'll expect. Okay. Thank you.